guy. Crap. All right, welcome to the Frog News Network. You're live with Doug and Mike. I'm Doug Cuzma, and that's Mike Penny.
Hey.
All right, let's call some out. North Carolina, Cocoa Beach, Florida, and Arkansas, Mike.
Oh, Lynn's from Minnesota, Cary, North Carolina. Welcome, Cary, North Carolina. Oh, Mike is back. Yes, I'm sure back.
Yeah, he had a blackout last night. They didn't believe me. I was calling you. I put it online live. I'm trying to call them. Asheville, right. North Carolina, Pennsylvania, and Alabama in the house, Mike.
Youngsville, L.A., Kentucky in the house, and Phoenix, Arizona watching live with Doug and Mike.
Tulsa, Oklahoma, Lukenbach, Texas, and Washington, Ohio. Go ahead, Mike.
Asheboro, North Carolina, and Mikey's back. Yep, absolutely. Seattle, appreciate you as well. We appreciate Seattle. Chattanooga, Tennessee in the house.
Memphis,
thank you for the welcome backs. Lillian, Alabama.
Yeah, Alabama again. Clifton, New Jersey. Texas. Go ahead, Mike.
Indiana, Memphis, Tennessee, along with the League City, Texas. Everything's bigger in Texas.
Yeah, it is. Texas in the house. I wouldn't know what that. Hickory, North Carolina, San Francisco. Welcome to the show. You're live with Mike and Doug. Go ahead, Mike.
Tadpole, Alabama, West Virginia in the house, and Northwest Louisiana. Welcome. You're live with Doug and Mike on the Frog News Network.
I must have hit that guy twice. Taylorsville, Illinois, Houghton, Texas, Florida, and Michigan in the house.
2.5 games because I got the weapon wrong.
Ah, sweet. South Pittsburgh, Hirsch, Texas, and Minneapolis in the house. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
West Tennessee in the house. Glad to see Mike. They really missed you, bro.
Yes, sir. I'm glad to be back.
They thought I was trying to keep you from getting on the show. They started, oh, my God, Doug just got rid of Mike. Come on, man. Presuming the worst. Hello from Pennsylvania, Texas, Canada in the house. Welcome to the show.
K-Town, Tennessee, California, Concord, California, and Windsor, Ontario, Canada. Welcome, welcome.
Washington, North Carolina, Maryland in the house, Georgia in the house, and Dreyer, Tennessee in the house. Go ahead, Mike.
Sevierville, Tennessee, New Boston, Texas, and Circleville, Ohio. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
California, Colorado Springs, Florida, Carolina, Ohio. Where we go one, we go all. South Lake, Texas, North Texas. Go ahead.
I missed you too, Faith. Let's see. Millersburg, Ohio, even with his heavy breathing. Fort Wayne, Indiana.
You guys are brutal, man.
Kentucky, and California. Welcome. You're all live with Doug and Mike.
Idaho in the house. Trumpville, Ohio, Alabama. Phoenix, Arizona, Erie, Pennsylvania, and hello from Tulsa. Go ahead.
Fort Bragg, North Carolina. The military's in the house. Kilbuck in the house. The villages of Florida in the house. And rest in peace, Virginia.
Clarksville, Pennsylvania in the house. Ohio in the house. Gitmo in the house. Flashbang Gitmo in the house. Melrose, Massachusetts in the house. Welcome to the show, Missouri. You're live with Doug and Mike.
They must have gave old Flashbang. They must have gave old Flashbang a basement in Gitmo.
Yeah, Huntsville, Tennessee. Clinton, Arkansas.
Clinton, Arkansas.
Buckeye State of Ohio, West Texas, Mike.
Hope Mills, North Carolina.
East Tennessee.
Wichita, Kansas. And we got East Tennessee in the house.
Roanoke, Virginia, Florida, Buckeye State of Ohio again, and Oklahoma, Mike.
All right. Southside Chicago. Chicago in the house. Bring it, Southside. Welcome.
Stay low.
Charleston, South Carolina. Yes, stay low.
Stay low. Oregon, get a bulletproof vest. East Ohio in the house. Crossville, Tennessee. Go ahead.
Branson, Missouri, and freezing up in fuzzy. Yeah, I'm freezing up in fuzzy. That's me. Warsaw, Missouri.
All right, Mustang, Oklahoma, Northwest Washington, Bronx in the house, Patriots and Madruville. I don't know. Well, Oklahoma in the house. Go ahead, Mike.
Mayersville, Washington, Arlington, Washington, and Georgia in the house.
Louisiana in the house. Queens, New York in the house. South Carolina in the house. Idaho. Go ahead.
Kansas City, South Florida, and let's see, Northern California, Arkansas, and Ontario in the house. Welcome.
Trump Town here. Huntersville, Texas. Clemson, South Carolina. I always like watching their football. Well, I used to like watching football.
Rhode Island in the house. Huntsville, Texas.
Las Vegas. Lower Michigan in the house. Annapolis, Maryland, and the Jersey Shore. Go ahead.
Australia, shrimp on the bobby. Upstate New York.
Up in New York, huh? Forgot about it. Reno,
hot dogs.
Reno, Nevada, Razorback Country, Arkansas, and California in the house. Representing.
Gainesville, Florida, Princeton, Texas, and Toadsuck, Arkansas. Welcome.
Hobie Sound, Florida, Cheesehead, Wisconsin, Bowling Green, Kentucky, and Newport News, Virginia. That's where I live. Newport News, I live in Denby. Welcome to the show. North Carolina to the house. Big Chuck, you on here? I don't see you, boy. Where you at? He watches
Patriot, Indiana. Boots,
Volunteer
baby.
State. Sorry.
Bowie's
Seattle,
Creek, North Carolina.
Arkansas,
Bowie's
and Florida. Go ahead.
Manhattan, Kansas, and Intel, please. Let's get this thing going. Connecticut, we're going to get going in just a minute.
Australia. Where is my brother from another mother from Australia? Haven't heard from him in a couple of days.
He
jumped on. North Texas in the house. We'll give it about one more minute, guys. And we'll get her started. California. North Carolina.
I live in Clayton, North Carolina.
Clayton down there near Raleigh, North Carolina, a little southeast of there, right there. East Tennessee, East Texas, I should say. Hey, Froggy Nights.
Hey, Harris County, Texas.
All right. We got 45 seconds. Let's get this. Ohio. All right. So, what do you want to start with?
Let's get this party started.
All right. Let me get that off the screen. Hold on. Let me get to our other thing first.
Get it started.
All right. Here we go, guys. X39. Check it out.
We all hope to age gracefully so we can enjoy our later years full of energy, vitality, and good health. But so often, with age, our bodies start to show signs that things just aren't as they used to be. Our energy, skin, healing and recovery time, sleep, it all just seems to go downhill. Unless you're using LifeWave. Since 2004, LifeWave has been delivering its amazing life-enhancing technology to people across the world, always helping the body do what it was designed to do, only better. And as it turns out, the best was yet to come. David Schmidt, our founder, creative force, and world-class inventor behind LifeWave technology, has recently achieved something in the field of regenerative science with a single LifeWave patch that researchers worldwide, spending years and billions of dollars, could not. Introducing LifeWave X39. The world's first product ever to activate stem cells. A true breakthrough in regenerative science that helps restore our bodies to a healthier, more youthful state in a way no other product can. The secret? By harnessing the power of LifeWave's patented phototherapy, X39 uses light to elevate a peptide proven to signal the activation of stem cells. Think about it. These are the cells that generate and regenerate all the cells and structures of the human body. They're the building blocks for our organs, tissues, blood, and immune system. They also serve as an internal repair system everywhere. But as we age, stem cells become less effective. Their ability to repair damaged tissue is reduced. In fact, by age 60, they've slowed dramatically. But all that changes when just one LifeWave X39 patch is placed anywhere on the body each day. Instead of older and less effective stem cells, X39 supports the production of younger and healthier stem cells. This amazing level of control over your vitality and well-being was simply not possible, let alone this easy, until now. And the best part? Like all LifeWave patches, X39 is safe, non-invasive, and incredibly cost-effective. Look what people are saying about LifeWave X39. Backed by clinical studies, multiple patents, and 20 years of development, any one of these benefits would be impressive. But X39 is so effective, it can influence everything about your body. How you look, feel, perform, and heal. It's time you experience the power of X39. Live long, live well, live younger. Experience the power of LifeWave today.
All right, we're back, guys. Hey, listen up. Mike's had great success with X39. I've had great success helping me heal real fast after the operation. If you want more information on that, just go over to our page on Telegram. The group has Mike's link, and the channel page has my link. Whoever you want to sign up with, we're looking for motivated individuals as distributors too. If you guys want to be distributors and get on board our team, I was informed the other day that we're the fastest growing team in the company, period. That's good news. Really good news, guys and girls. But Mike, you're completely frozen.
Absolutely. And can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right. So to back up what Doug was saying, guys, and I'm pretty excited about this. One, being the fastest growing team in the company, and two, it falls right in line with helping people. And that was the whole goal of the show. And now the patches jumped in there as a part of that as the same theme. We're helping people get a better life, a better health. And we all know that JFK taught us that our health was our prosperity. Okay, and that was all them years ago that he was teaching that. And how forward has it come now? Okay, so if you're looking to get on board with the X39 patch, it's like Doug said, his link
You froze again, Mike.
is in. How about now?
It's freezing on and off. But anyways, like he was trying to say, you can go to the Telegram group. The group part has Mike's link pinned to the top. If you go over to the channel page, the info page, my link is pinned to the top. That way there's no confusion. You can sign up whatever you like. It doesn't matter to us, but some people that sign up, it does. Okay. We're just looking for motivated distributors. And if you like to enjoy the product, it works well for most people. So let's get the show started. Enough plugs. And here's what I'm hearing, guys. Like tomorrow, Capitol Police are having drills at the Capitol. Well, let me say this. In the history of the Capitol Police, they have never done drills at the Capitol. Ever, ever, ever. What a great cover for an operation to take place tomorrow. Because there'll be helicopters, planes, ambulances, police cars, FBI. There'll be everything involved over there. So what a better day to go on and take the government over than tomorrow. And tomorrow, as we know, is D-Day too. And look for these things to start happening because D-Day started at 6:30 a.m. in the morning. I can see you again, Mike. I can see clearly now. Oh, it just went out again. Are you there? Can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes, I can.
All right. So the drills in Washington by the Capitol Police. Guys, mother of all bombs. That's my thought process on it. A lot of you are asking about 6'6" and 6'7", the reference to the height on Barron Trump in the speech yesterday. Doug, if it's cool, I'm going to try it. Is my freezing up now?
You go ahead and try to share your screen and see what happens.
All right. All right. Let's see. Can everybody see my screen?
Let me share it for you. There we go, Mike. You want me to make it? I don't know that I can make it bigger. I can put it as 1. Boom. That's bigger. Bigger's better.
All right. Can everybody see that? Where
yes,
it says
I can.
6'7", inherently indiscriminate weapons.
Yes, sir.
This is the actual military code book, guys. And I've been putting together the show that y'all asked me for. I'm almost done with it, almost ready to roll it out. But there is a lot of information in 6'6" and 6'7". But it's all about weapons, okay? But the trick to understanding it not just being about weapons is there's a lot of treaties in here throughout the years that the United States have been a part of.
Okay.
And in those treaties is probably what he's referencing. Something in those treaties, and we can pick it out exactly what it is. But I'm almost guaranteeing that these treaties that are listed in these footnotes are what we need to be looking at. There's a lot of treaties being signed in the trade deals. I'm gonna stop sharing.
Okay.
There's a lot of treaties being signed in those trade deals that Trump renegotiated while he was still in office. Okay, which he is. We're just talking like he's not because that seems to be the thing to do right now. But you know, the treaties are a part of one, getting back to the humanity piece and fair trade acts, equal opportunities. The whole humanity piece, and stop the child trafficking. I mean, you would be amazed at some of the language in these treaties, and Black's Law of Dictionary, one of the law dictionaries I've had to purchase to understand a lot of it. But as soon as I find out which treaty they're referencing, I will find. Yep, 7 is inherently indiscriminate weapons. All right, 6'6" is about weapons as well. So I'm thinking that we're not, unless we're talking about nuclear weapons, I'm not real sure that we're pinpointing a weapon as much as we are in the footnotes. In the footnotes, he's only 15. 6'7", number 15 is a footnote, and it's about a treaty. Okay. All right, so I don't have black eyes, just so everybody knows. I do have sinuses, which is causing the lines under my eyes. Okay. So to talk about those 6'7", I'm going to dive deep into it tomorrow on the show. All right. 6'7" is tomorrow if you go by date. I do believe that Jeff was right on, that he was really, and it could be a date, but he was really referencing something in the military with 6'7" and 6'5". All right. Excuse me.
All right. Who wants to see some good news? I'm going to show it to you. Right. I can't hold this back. So I'm going to play a little video real quick, Mike. Okay.
All right. Go for it.
It's only about 20 seconds long, maybe a minute. But here's, and some of you guys have probably seen it in Telegram, but some of you might not have. But this is good news, just to make you feel good.
Hey, TikTok, what's going on? So as you can see, I'm in my uniform, and I just got done attending a retirement ceremony for a guy I worked with for a number of years. This gentleman just received a letter of appreciation signed by the United States President, Donald J. Trump. I shit you not, that's exactly what it said on the citation. They read the letter of appreciation, and it said signed, President of the United States, Donald J. Trump. I don't know what the hell's going on. I've attended literally dozens of retirement ceremonies, and those that receive a letter of appreciation is always signed by the current president. I'm not trying to add fuel to any conspiracy fire. I'm just telling you what I witnessed firsthand. There were a number of people there. Everyone, when that was read out loud, were looking around as confused as I am. If it is what it is, that's awesome.
That's pretty good news. That's something. You want a little good news? There's a little good news. What do you think? Yeah, you're breaking up real bad. But I'll go into intel that I got with Fauci. I believe he will. He's probably already been arrested from what we've heard. He's not on the run. He's been arrested a long time ago. A double's been playing him. But just like everything else we say, even though if he was arrested 8 months ago, they're gonna act like it just happened. Okay. Through the emails, we found out that he was emailing the owner of Facebook back and forth. Why in the hell is the guy in charge of, the COVID thing emailing Zuckerberg? Why? And I got a little video I want to play of that too. And here we go.
The media continue to collude, censor, and really, in some cases, lie to the American people. This morning, I'm focusing on what I'm calling the Facebook Fauci files, okay? Have you noticed what just took place with Facebook? First, Facebook bans all posts that suggest COVID-19 may have come and leaked from the lab in Wuhan. You're not allowed to say it on Facebook. They'll ban your post. Then all of a sudden, Fauci's emails are released, and we see a whole host of emails between the great doctor and Mark Zuckerberg. And Mark Zuckerberg's emails are redacted. Does he have security clearance? Why are they redacted? What was going on in terms of Fauci telling Facebook what to censor and what not to censor? And suddenly when his emails are released, the policy changes. Facebook changed the policy last week. We're going to get into it. It's the Facebook Fauci files. It's potential collusion, and it certainly is censorship.
That's huge, guys. I'm just letting you know right now. Dude is going down quicker than I won't even say that. This is a family show. He's going down. He's going to get tried on war crimes, just like in World War II. It's going to be the same thing. They might even bring the fake, what's his name, in Gates and his wife. A lot of people are going down behind that. The jab. That's all I'll say. A lot of people, and it's going to start with him. He may be indeed the first arrest that shocks the world. Are you there, Mike?
I'm here.
All right.
He could be the first arrest that shocked the world. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Can you hear me, Doug?
Yes, I can hear you. Speak.
Okay. What are my thoughts? My thoughts are this off the earth. All right, and his time has come. He's most notable for recently becoming a criminal when he had the AIDS epidemic thing done, and there's proof of that. He's going down for all of it. He's going down for all of it. Can you hear me?
Yeah, you keep cutting in and out. Bad connection down there today. But what I'm thinking is what I've heard through the grapevine. Most of what's being spread out with the jab now is just the chloroquine stuff. It's no longer what you think it is. It's been switched over quite some time now. But I can't get into talking about it on the channel. I'm not risking anything like that.
Regeneron.
Well, Regeneron's expensive. Hydrochloroquine's very inexpensive. The liquid form is now being used. what I was told by somebody that is close to the thing. But anyways, what do I know anyway? Allegedly. Let me say that's the new word on our show. Allegedly. Okay. Allegedly, Fauci was arrested. Allegedly, there's a big secret mission in DC tomorrow. Allegedly.
All right. So everybody wants to know why the games and the doubles and the clones, guys, it's so they can keep the storyline going and expose, one, they can expose all the rest of the deep state, and two, wake up the rest of the country and the world. Okay, that's why. All right.
Fauci is just a little prick. Literally.
Yes. How many's on with us, Doug?
11,000.
Share it out, guys. Share it out.
Share it out, guys. We need to get it out to everybody to be prepared. Tomorrow might be today. Who knows? I've also heard from reliable intel. My reliable intel is Kirsten W. that Arizona is about wrapped. They're saying all they got left is 4 pallets, and it's just forensic with the black light, and that shouldn't take long. All the tables will be taken down, and just regular straight tables will be set up with the black light to check them like that, and they'll be done. They pretty much, it's just like anything else. If they've done 75% and it's gone that way for 75%, chances are the other 25% are the same way too, but they'll finish it up. But they might not wait. Other states are ready to jump in at any time, and they have been indicated. Wisconsin, it's been indicated in Michigan that they're doing forensics there. New Hampshire, Georgia, all of them are going down. They're going down. They're going down. They're going down.
Joe Poe, X39 is not from aborted babies. Joe Poe's got to go to mommy's basement.
Who is it?
Joe Poe.
Joe Poe. He's probably one of them idiots from there. I got him.
All
go
right.
to mommy's basement. No ice cream for you and no sprinkles. Go on back over to your little stupid ass channel that you got running.
All right. So the question is, when is something going to happen, guys? I think that's everybody's big question. Everybody's on the edge of their seat wanting to know when something's going to happen. Y'all come and hope to hear something from Doug and I, or Kristen or Scott McKay, or any of the other ones that are reliable, like us. And you hope to hear something. And sometimes some stuff gets told, but it doesn't come to fruition that we know of in the public sphere. So it's, we're more conspiracy theorists. Okay. And I like what Mel K says, even though Christian doesn't like Mel K, but she says we're no longer conspiracy theorists. We're conspiracy analysts.
That's it. We're the news.
That's right.
We are taking the place of the news.
Maria,
we wouldn't have grown like this if it wasn't in God's favor. What we're doing, spreading the news, trying to spread his word and let everybody know what's going on. Here's my idea, and the people are still asking about Fauci. He has created a disease every time there's been an election. Go back and go to DuckDuckGo and look it up. He has the patent on these damn things for every election cycle. If it wasn't COVID, it was the Spanish flu. Not the Spanish flu. It was the bird flu. It was E. coli before that. Every time there's an election, there's another thing that's going to destroy the world, and he's behind it. And let me tell you another thing. This is my opinion. I'm not a journalist. I give you my opinion. Okay. My opinion is that Joe will never make it to the big NATO conference to meet the Russian president. I think it'll go. If we had a set of time, I'd say Joe's not allowed to leave the country. Okay. I wouldn't think they'll let him go over there because, as we know, he doesn't represent us. He just plays somebody in a movie. He's really not in charge. Okay.
All right.
So what else? Let me see what else. Go ahead, Mike, if you got some stuff.
The distraction of Air Force Two returning to Andrews today, guys, is just that, a distraction. I would almost be willing to bet there was nobody on the plane. It just went back and forth. Excuse me.
She did actually make it to wherever she was going. Well, they allegedly showed her getting off the plane there, but it could have been still at at the base over there at Andrews, and it just had a couple of people dressed up. What I heard is they had to take all the Trump signs down so she could land. They were showing right outside of there. There was like "Go home," Bob Marley, "Go home," and it was just Trump 2020 signs everywhere. So they turned the plane around so they could give them a couple 4 or 5 hours to get all them signs up so they could film her. Allegedly, that's what happened. And green screens. We all seen her going up the steps, right, guys? Y'all have seen it. Her going up the steps, and there's nothing there. There's no plane there. So we know we're not being fooled anymore. Is a great thing. We've awakened ourselves, and know that we can't be fooled anymore. Pictures of the signs. Go through the groups and look. It's not my job to do your searching for you. I told you I seen them. I didn't just make that up. Go inside the Telegram groups and do some searches. And it probably was in our group. So look around. I encourage you to look around. We always tell you to do your own research. Okay. All right. What else do I got? I got, let me see. Three Gorges Dam has a no-fly.
So,
okay. You there?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go ahead then.
All right. Do your own research, guys, is very important. And the reason why it's important is because you don't get caught in distractions or going down rabbit holes that'll waste your time when you learn on your own the facts. Okay. All right. When you learn that you can listen to a Trump speech and say 6/6 is a date or 6/7 is a date, or it's a sign from the military code. And I fully believe, that's what we caught yesterday. But you can look at titles of articles and understand if you need to waste your time reading that article or not. All right. You can tell if it's clickbait when you start doing your own research. Decision choice based off of what you yourself have taken in, and you feel a lot better about it. You're a lot more confident about it. The whole reason why, Doug, I mean, I know for myself, I'm going to speak for myself especially, we don't get upset about what's going on anymore because we don't know the journey, but we know how this is going to end, and God wins. Okay, period, point blank. Period.
Absolutely,
God wins. Okay. If God wins, then those that He anointed to play the game are going to win also. Trump is anointed, okay, in his journey that he's going through right now. And it's tough. It's tough for all of us that love and endear him too, because of the things that he's done for us and the fight that he's fought. It's tough for us to watch too and see him go through those things. So you have to understand that his anointment is not going to be an easy thing. All right. Love is not always a rose garden. It comes with thorns.
You're breaking up real bad, brother. Mike, can you do us a favor and try to go out and come back in and see if that helps, buddy? And I'll shoot some news that I got right here real quick. Okay, so guys, yesterday in the speech, we'll just call it the person that was giving the speech. People say it was him. I disagree. But anyways, he said during the speech, he asked, was there any people from High Point furniture makers? And the guy said yes. He says, I'm so glad because I was tired of putting that Chinese furniture in our hotels because anytime you'd sit on it, it'd just collapse. He wasn't referring to the furniture. He was referring to the Three Gorges Dam. And here's a little news. China's Three Gorges Dam is in a no-fly zone now, and it's had 882 earthquakes around it with constant landslides, tornadoes, and massive flooding upstream. Okay, guys? So that thing's ready to go at any moment. Okay, the Pentagon gave millions of dollars to the Wuhan lab connected to the group that ties to Anthony Fauci. The Pentagon funneled $39 million to EcoHealth Alliance, and Fauci is connected to that charity group. That's very disturbing right there. And in more news, more sign that the cartel is losing even the connected families to them. Walmart has sold $700 million worth of their own stock because the major thing that they ship and make money off of is no longer working. Okay. Google, they have sold $448 million worth of the Alphabet stock over the last month. And the biggest one seems to be Disney. Bob Eichler sells almost $100 million in his shares. The big companies know it's going down, and they're dumping their stock before the stock market goes down. This is what's going on, guys. Also, we were talking earlier about Monday morning, June 7th, there will be working with federal, state, and local partners on a routine. It's not routine. It's never happened before. Training exercise on the grounds of the U.S. Capitol. Please do not be alarmed if you see emergency vehicles and low-flying helicopters. What a great day to put a mission in while everybody thinks it's just a training exercise. And the name of the show was Actionable Faith. And I'm going to read a little bit for you. It isn't the size of your faith. Either you have faith or you don't. If you have faith that God will do something, you will act on that faith. If you have faith, you will speak to the things that will move you. There you go. That was the name of our show. So Mike's back in. Let me add him back. You look clearer, Mike.
Sword.
I can see clearly now. The rain is gone. That's a whole lot better. Wouldn't y'all agree? Put
All
ones
right.
in there if Mike looks clear now. He didn't look better, but he looks clear. Just kidding.
I don't know if we can't see Rachel B, but everybody's asking us to remove Rachel B. And
All right.
I've not seen her name one time.
Okay, I'm looking for it, Mike. So just keep us up with the trolls. We have somebody that's attacking us real bad, and I know every one of their names. Actually, I get them out of the group they belong to. So there's no better word for them than scumbags. You guys, you need to do something else with your life. You know what I mean? Do something productive. Not come in here and try to upset the chat. We got dedicated patriots, Froganites in here that will absolutely slam you. That's what they do. They'll let us know they love us. We love them. The rest of you scumbags, go to mommy's basement. Next, just like a barbershop. Mike, what else you got, bud?
I'm going to continue along the conversation of Trump's anointing along with Flynn and probably Sidney Powell and Lynn Wood. There's several people that have been anointed to take their part in the movie that we're watching, and they were not anointed by Trump. They weren't anointed by me and you, although the power of the people is very real, and we'll talk about that more in just a second.
Okay. Keep going, Mike.
We'll talk about more of that in just a second, but the anointing is something that we all have to be not weary of, but aware of and be behind them, because we're going to be interceders for those folks, and the prayers that we're asking for Trump and his family and Flynn and his family and the things that they've had to endure. Guys, those prayers are very important, and they have to be genuine, and they have to be solid in faith. Okay. You have to know what you're asking for, and you have to be able to receive it for these people as you intercede. And Doug and I do this all the time. It's a practice that is worthy of the spiritual battle that's going on, as well as the physical battle in the world that's going on as well. This is very much, good versus evil, both spiritually and in the physical realm. So, when we talk about 3D and 4D and stuff, that's what we're doing. We're not just talking about raising your consciousness here on earth. We're raising your consciousness in your spirit as well. Okay. And you create harmony that way. And Doug
I
is
had to
cool.
put that one up there, man. I just had to do it.
Doug is cool. Yes, words
There's
have
so many
power.
bad ones. I had to put a good one up there.
God will continue to use President Trump. Yes, he will. And guys, if you believe that Trump or 19 is not the president or the commander in chief right now, then you're sadly mistaken and you need to check yourself. Okay.
You're probably in the wrong place if you disbelieve everything we say, because we have dedicated people.
It's not even about what we say, guys. It's about what is real.
This is all of this that's going on is in the Bible. What's going on? Even Jesus's disciples, they said that they were telling lies and it wasn't the truth, and it tried to disprove them. So this is nothing new. It's for us, it's if you're thin skinned, this ain't the game for you. But there you go. Mike speaks the truth.
Guys, I mean, it's given to me by God above. I mean, it really is. I did a lot of prepared. Preparing today for this. Yeah, I've been preparing. All right, so I did a lot of preparing for this. We're gonna be excited when we get her. We're gonna get her.
Gonna get her.
All right.
Rachel, go back to friends. Because they're not our friends.
Okay. All right. So, but the spiritual battle is going to happen before the physical battle does. And guys, there's a lot going on spiritually right now, especially with the thought of aliens being introduced to the physical battle. We're going to need to be spiritually ready for that, and we're going to need to be spiritually grounded in the Word of God to understand it, to be able to help people deal with it, including ourselves, because it's going to be something that it's going to be hard for all of us to swallow. Just like seeing Trump on stage last night. If that was really him, and I'm inclined to agree with Doug, I still don't believe that was him, but it could be. I'm not going to doubt the word of somebody that was there to actually see him.
We can be friends and disagree too.
Absolutely.
Everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but I'd say, in my opinion, I've never seen Trump wear wrinkled slacks in his life. He's a perfectionist. He would not let that happen. That was to show you it wasn't him.
Well, I also think that if you look at it closely, guys, the wrinkles were around what could have been armor. Okay. He could have had thigh and leg on, and it could have been that, I don't know. But I'm in agreement with if he would have never worn wrinkled pants, much less be the one to stand in front of them wrinkled ass flags that he was standing in front of.
That's it too.
When we could talk forever about his pants, but the significance of his speech is where we need to be.
Yeah, get out of his pants already. Oh my gosh. But here's what it is the speech was relevant. It doesn't even matter if it was him or not, because all the comms and all the drops were in the speech if you paid attention. And somebody just said Melissa Redpill had a great breakdown of that. We love her to death. We encourage you to go over her channel and listen to her. She actually is written a book that she changed the name of it. It used to be called Red Pill the World, but I bought it. I don't even know where it's at. I got, how you got 8 terabytes and where did I put that and what files it in and downloads. I probably would just pay for.
Where's that music coming from?
Yeah. But anyways, it's not coming from my side. There's nothing here. I'm not singing.
I was kidding, sir.
Okay. Bless the children. That's what it's all about. And I don't have my Save the Children shirt on, but I do have my Froggy shirt, Rely on God. And you can absolutely get that in our store. And there is the Frog News store to buy T-shirts. Big day yesterday. Everybody's loving our T-shirts. We love you back. Thank you very much. and can't wait to get up to Gettysburg tomorrow night on the show. The lady running the whole event up there, we'll be interviewing her on the show, and she'll tell us more about the speakers. Both her and her husband are pastors, and I must have spent 45, 50 minutes on the phone. She's an amazing individual. She is, and that's on the 25th and 26th. Be up there, rooms booked. Hopefully Mike can get off work and join us up there. We had some inside strategies to bring some extra t-shirts, maybe get a couple of the speakers to wear them. If we, that would, imagine if I could get Kirsten just to mention the Frog News Network on stage. They're going to stream it live too. It'd be amazing. We'd grow like crazy. But just me connecting, because the lady, gosh, and I'm stuck for her name right now, but she said, I can't wait to show you around and meet every one of our speakers. I'm like, wow, really? Yeah, so I think we're going to get the special treatment when we go up there. I really do appreciate her in every which way, and you'll get to hear her tomorrow night. Just great stuff is happening at an alarming rate. I don't understand it. I just pray that we make the right decisions and move in the right direction all the time. I can't even fathom what's next, because things have moved so fast in the last month.
It's got to be something from the hour and a half that he spoke last night. It's got to be what's next. I mean, he quietly referenced the Three Gorges Dam in his speech, without referencing it. There's a lot going on, and when it's going to be the public eye that sees it is more and more every day. When you see Maria Bartavaro, I can't even pronounce her last name very well, but when she comes out about an article about Facebook and censorship, guys, it's coming more and more in the mainstream every day, not just on Fox. Other mainstreams like New York Post, New York Times are letting some of the stuff out as well. Can you hear me?
Yeah, absolutely can. I just put their name in the chat, and so I didn't want to mispronounce their last name and say it wrong and not have a booking tomorrow night, because it looks like a tricky last name, and I don't want to mispronounce that. So I was going to take a picture of that and show you the picture right now. Mike, turn your speakers down just a hair.
All right. Trump also, can you, that good?
Yes, sir.
All right. So Trump also referenced he would be back soon versus the 24th, because every time I hear somebody say that, I want to throw up, because it's just narrative, and then they were talking in the chat before the show started about Trump being Speaker of the House in 2022. Not going to happen, guys.
No, he's never going to get to 2020.
He's Commander in Chief right now. He's going to be sworn in August 15th, probably, as the 19th President of the United States of America. All right, the Republic for which it stands.
So yes, sir. Kirsten has been helping me a lot, so I want we got that link going down there just real quick, and I want to share her book on Amazon. So just please bear with me while I do this. She's very nice to me. She helps me out. So let me share this. Her book is currently 2 and 3 on Amazon, and I want to share it with you and show you the links in the bottom. Here it is right here. Kirsten, it's 100 and some pages now. It's been re-edited. If you want a red pill, everybody and you got absolute accurate intel, go on over and buy this book. It's a direct download, or you can buy the paperback. It's been reduced, I think, down to the paperback to $15.99. What a great deal. You won't have to spend a month and a half finding great intel. You can find it right here, and I'll come out of the sharing. And thank you for your patience while I showed that. Kirsten, I did my job. Okay, so let's get back to the game. Meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Yeah. We're hoping that more and more people get a clue as to what's going on. I mean, tomorrow could be a very telling story, because they've publicly on the mainstream announced that there's going to be that training, okay, which we all know has never happened before with the Capitol Police. So what's going to happen? I do know there's 60,000 plus military that have been what do you call it for the U.S. Marshals?
They've been deputized. They're marshals for the United
Deputized as
States
U.S.
Marshal
Marshals,
Service.
right?
And they have actually called in and said we need more marshals and National Guard, troops to be deputized because there's so many people that got to be arrested that 60,000 isn't enough. That's crazy.
Ringmaster Mark needs to go now. The next person,
okay.
Ringmaster Mark, he's saying God is dead, and we're not going to have that.
No, sir. Oh, here's some guy talking about that idiot. Goodbye. Go to mommy's basement. That wasn't Ringmaster, but one of his puppies from over there.
Ringmaster Mark.
I'm trying to find him, Mike. Here he is.
That infuriates me.
Hold on. Let me get him out there, you piece of block user. Go to mommy's basement. He's gone. So look, guys, yes, we're going to have as we grow, there'll be more and more people that come in the chat and want to cause trouble. Sooner or later, we'll get it hammered out, but it'll never all go away. I mean, look how big Scott McKay is. He can't control it. He's got about 10 people doing it for him all night long, and they're still in there. So these people have nothing better to do with their lives. I don't want to give them any credit and call the name of the channel out of the person that we threw out of the chat 2 months ago that decided it'd be a good idea to go hating on us, Scott McKay, Juan Sabin, the CIA guy. What they don't know, the CIA guy and Scott got millionaires backing him and just love to throw some lawyers on his ass. But he's destroying himself, so we don't have to give him no credit at all. So we'll move along. We love you guys.
I don't know. I've heard that all Walmarts are closing too. We'll see how that plays out, guys. I've also heard the new CEO for Walmart has been on these conference calls with the reevaluations. Okay, so who knows? They may have cleaned the company up and they can save some of it, or it's going to be split up, or whatever the case may be. We do know that some evil shit is going on at some of these Walmarts. These trucks riding around the country with Walmart on the side of them, and everybody's happy and safe that their product's going in and out of Walmart when it's really kids.
There's something
that was a tough lesson.
Mike, they're saying some things about the closed down Walmart stores are actually being used for trafficking children, and there's tunnels underneath them down south. I've seen a video about that, and somebody says, what about Nassau? Nassau will kick in as soon as the election flips. So right after the blackout, but the election's got to flip. Arizona's, I mean, they're just right there. So can you wait just a little longer for 1,000
I believe Arizona's done. I believe Arizona's done.
I believe that, let's see what happens tomorrow before we start criticizing everything that goes on. That's what we talked about at the start of not the start of the show, what I just read. You got to have faith. Faith, everything's going to be all right, and that God is in control of this. If you don't, and you just think you want to, go through Wendy's and get supersized and get it real quick, that ain't how it's going to work. And it wasn't intended to work like that. You're living at a time that you're going to be able to tell your kids, your grandkids, and be able to write down in books that you've seen God come and move the world, not just the United States. This is a worldwide operation. You got to have a little patience. And I would just wish people had more patience. And yes, everybody's tired of waiting, but how much longer can you actually wait for freedom? Never another war. Never another person starving. Never have to worry about paying your rent or your electric again. Okay? Important things. Having the best health care there is. No more medicines. Med beds.
Let's talk about the best healthcare for a second.
Okay.
Back when Obama was in office, we all got spoon-fed a bunch of bullshit about, excuse my language, a bunch of BS about the Obamacare. and guys, they didn't even sign up for this stuff themselves. They peddled it on us, did the money laundering or whatever it is that evil piece of literature does, and steals from us, and then kills our healthcare and our healthcare industry to the point that they have total control and can rip us off any way they want to. And that's what Obamacare is, and they want to continue it through Biden care. What a laughing joke. All that stuff is going to be fixed. It is just asinine for them to come up with this stuff anymore. We know they're all illegitimate, saying that they're passing laws, DC state laws, and all this crazy crap. It's just all narrative at this point. It's narrative in a movie that we're watching that we all don't like. Okay, there's parts of the movie we don't like. We're going to get to the parts that we do like. Okay, the plot's going to thicken. We're going to get the shit scared out of us. We're going to get through it together. We're going to unite the country. We're going to unite the country, and we're going to pull this together. And goodbye evil, because God's going to swat his hand across the earth and rid it of it.
1,000 years of peace and prosperity.
And prosperity. That's right. Humanity's going to live again like it's supposed
Free
to.
energy. Free energy was invented by Tesla back in the 30s, but it was suppressed because there was no money in it. The evil cabal wanted to make their money off us being slaves to them, and actually being born at sea as instead of born at land, selling our birth certificates on the stock market. I know some of you guys have looked that up and it hasn't worked good for you, but you can see that I looked mine up in the video and it absolutely worked. Sorry, it didn't work for everybody. The intention was for everybody to look up and see what it worked. I'd say maybe 75% of the people it worked for. There might be a new site now, so be patient. But just know, we've been cheated by the Rothschilds. That the hospitals and the major universities teaching doctors are owned by the Rothschilds, which own the pharmaceutical companies. And they keep you on these drugs and keep you stuck on these drugs for years when there's natural cures for everything in the med beds. That this is good. There'll be no more. You'll need no more medication. People will live as long as they're supposed to. I think I've seen somewhere that people are supposed to live to be 100 to 150 years old. You're going to start seeing more of that, because all diseases will be cured. 6,000 cures. Heart disease, diabetes, high blood pressure, cancer. They've all been cured way back when, but there's no money in the cure. Not for the crooks, not for the cabal, not for the Rothschilds, not for the Rockefellers. It's the Rockefellers that own all the medical stuff in the United States. Rothschilds around the world, but in this country. So you'll see hospitals just stripped of the machines in them, and the med beds will go in and cure people. I hope that happens quick. I really do, because we all know plenty of people that need to get in them. Plenty of people. I don't think it'll be a matter of are the med beds affordable. After everything switches over, I think it'll be more than affordable. You won't need healthcare as much. You go in there, you get fixed. You're not going to, like some people get cancer and then catch it again. Once they cure it in you, you're not going to get it again, because you're not going to be subject to that crap again. They're going to fix, the rest of the food supply. They won't have all them additives in the shit, and you won't get sick no more. Excuse me. I just get frustrated.
All right, so Monsanto, yeah, absolutely. Monsanto was a Bush. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir. Okay,
so Monsanto was a Bush company, okay, and it was a Rockefeller company as well, and then it bled out to a couple of different other companies and owners too, but all with the same teeth, okay, and that was to poison us through the food supply, through the chemical supply that we farmed with, and like Roundup, okay. Monsanto was the creator of that. Monsanto was the creator of all these poisonous carcinogens and toxins that are in our foods, in our processed foods. And they also are responsible for the marketing campaigns that had us lazy Americans buy it, okay? Not all Americans are lazy, but became a instant gratification society. The drive-through is the deadliest killer in the world. Okay. I mean, the thing is, I am feeling a lot better. Thank you, Alan, for asking. And Dow Chemicals, that's right. But Monsanto is one of the biggest ones, guys. Monsanto has been dealt with. Okay, a lot of this food stuff has been dealt with. They're currently recultivating the farmland that Gates supposedly owned, and getting ready to be big time farmers for the country and a great big resource for humanity. Okay.
You're going to see a lot more people growing their own food.
Yes.
I'm serious.
We're going to have to become a little more independent.
Everybody,
yes.
Not everybody, but
more
people having gardens in their backyard and natural grown vegetables. And we'll see a lot of new ways of beef, not mass production beef. You know what I mean? We don't know what's in the stuff we're buying at Walmart. We don't know what they're adding to that stuff, or not only Walmart, but any grocery store. The additives that they put in our food, they clean them up some, but it's real bad. They've been slowly poisoning us for years. Absolutely. Rachel to the gallows.
Okay, so I don't have black eyes, guys.
Go ahead, Mike.
Yes. Thank a farmer today, guys. I like that. Thank you, whoever said that. It went by pretty quick. But I did get to see it. Buy local only. Absolutely, guys. The little farm stands on the corners, that's the real stuff. They don't have the prettiest tomatoes, but they got the best tasting tomatoes. Okay. Which are, have more of the stuff in it that you need. A lot of this farmland that was government owned and government done, guys, they farmed the soil to death. It has no nutrients left in it. So they can grow the pretty cucumbers that you see on the shelf, because they didn't want to sell the ugly ones, and we didn't want to buy the ugly ones. I mean, you could go out behind a supermarket and find all the ugly ones at the dumpster. Literally, they throw the stuff away instead of selling it to us. And those are the good ones.
Right. Rachel has made it through the whole show. I've been trying to find her.
I haven't seen her name
yet. They're even announcing they're from the other show coming over here trying to break our group up. You guys have 82 people on Telegram. You have less than 2,000 people watching your sorry ass. Nobody really cares, but you're really organized jackasses if you want to know the truth. You're all going to mommy's basement if I catch another one of you. I'm sorry, guys. It's just, these are idiots that have nothing nuts to do with their life. Med beds can regrow limbs, is from what I heard from the military. I know Rachel needs to go for the 4,000th time. I haven't found her. Oh, I got her. Is that her? She's dead. Mommy's
that's
basement.
Not it. That's not it. It's just not her. Rachel
shit.
B is the one you're looking for, not Rachel.
Well, I just thought I'd see her Rachel and destroy it. Sorry, that was friendly fire. You shouldn't have the name named Rachel. I got over it jealous. Oh gosh. I try to laugh about it. It's quite aggravating. Not that people are making bad comments. They're all from the same.
Laura Taylor's already blocked Rachel B.
Right on. Good job. That's one of our administrators I assigned. Thank you very much. You're doing an awesome job. Doug's on a roll. You're right. Getting them scumbags, like Scott says, out of our chat. Mommy's basement you go. What else? Ask a couple more questions, guys. I'm not going to stay on real long tonight because we're basically on every night now. And I would imagine we might end up doing 2 shows tomorrow, one with the lady from Gettysburg, and we might have enough intel when we need to come on when she's done, like we did that one night. Never know. Or it might be the blackouts coming tomorrow. Who knows?
Lisa,
Who knows?
Let me address Lisa. Thank you, Lisa. I feel pretty good, actually. But yesterday was a rough day. The day before was a rough day. I went 3 days with less than 2 hours of sleep. And
you start feeling really bad then. I know.
Yeah. So it caught up with me yesterday, and It was tough, but I feel a lot better today. I got some sleep last night. I'm planning on getting some sleep tonight. So, who's got bacon seeds? That got my attention immediately.
Bacon seeds. Got any jerky? I want some bacon jerky. Got Slim Jims. Rachel B is still here. It's a clone. You guys are killing me with Rachel B.
Anyway, so we're about an hour and 5 minutes. How many's on with us?
Almost 14,000, 13,800.
Come on, guys.
Guys,
Let's hit 15.
like the video, share it, hit the subscribe button, guys. We're doing real good with subscribers on here. We don't go to both channels anymore and do it that way. We don't have two of our planes over the same line of fire anymore. So if you say, oh geez, they only got 13,000 on, if we had the other channel on right now, we'd be about 18,000, and that's no joke, because that channel has hit 40,000 subscribers as well. Between both channels, we're almost 90,000. So we are growing at a tremendous rate through God's favor. Okay, listen, we're doing. Me and Mike are just ordinary guys doing amazing things through God. That's all I can say. And it's you guys that make that make this great, that make this grow, that make us get the word out about what's going on in society today. And that's the bottom line, like Ric Flair used to say. That's the bottom line, Tony Schiavone. But it's just the truth.
All right, so
go ahead.
All right, so several of you are asking about the med beds. We can address that further after we've got through some of this intel that we just got. They'll be better prepared for that than we are right now to do that. I mean, we've got a basic knowledge of it, wouldn't you say, Doug? We got a basic knowledge of the med beds.
Yeah,
radiation.
And people need to know. Somebody said it'll be 10 years before they come. I think you're absolutely wrong. I think they're in mass production like the ventilators were right now.
Absolutely, sir. You won't find them in the dumpster like the ventilators.
Yeah, I've seen that at the dump near the ocean. I mean, didn't them things cost like $40,000 to $60,000 a piece, and you're sitting out there in the trash? That's because they never needed them to start with, and the big rush for them to use them was on the children they were bringing up out of the ground.
If that's right.
But I'm throwing the Support the Frog News Network Cash App up there, guys.
Piece of literature in the Telegram group that explains what.
You're breaking up.
I haven't said anything.
Well, you I'm sorry. I was just going to mention before you say something that we have this, if you'd like to support the Frog News Network, if it calls on your heart to donate, there's the link. Okay. If it doesn't call on your heart, then don't donate. We don't need to hear why you didn't donate. If you'd like to, please donate. Thank you very much. Okay. Go ahead, Mike.
All right. So the 10 days of darkness is another big question. Guys, we cannot say if that's going to happen or not. And we can't say that it hasn't already happened. I believe that periods of darkness have happened all over the world and in our country, where the lights have been taken out on purpose so certain things can happen under the guise of dark. And then, they're turned back on. So we don't know the whole script as far as that goes. There's only a handful of people in the world that know that. I mean, a handful. We're talking about 4 and 5, maybe 4 and 5, that know truly about the 10 days of darkness. I do know that a lot of the military have been promoting historians to help tell some of the real history that's been missing or lied about in our history lessons. And so that could be a part of the 10 days of darkness, or it could be a part of when this all comes to a head and comes out in the open, they're prepared to do the TV shows where we can watch and get what we were lied to about. Okay, aside from seeing the tribunals and the confessions. All right,
Yes.
so there's some form of, whether we call it 10 days of darkness or not, but there'll be some form and fashion of how we get to see the truth. It'll all be revealed. Every lie will be revealed. Yes, read Rush Limbaugh's books. They're in there.
Continue prayers for Mike. Absolutely.
Thank you.
We want him healthy. I want him running laps by the 26th and 25th. So we're
Ford
about
was a sign bed manufacturer. Wow, that's pretty cool.
We'll go 10 more minutes, Mike. Okay.
All right.
We believe, allegedly, that Fauci's already been arrested, but you'll probably see his clone get arrested. Okay. We already know that. Thanks for telegraphing me a telegraph that the vice president's plane had a return. That was about 8 hours ago, but thanks for that breaking intel. Everybody says they're just ready. Everybody wants, meteor. What? A meteor's going to hit us? They say we feel as though they're allegedly done in Arizona, and it's just mop up work now. They've already finished, I'm pretty sure. They can grow teeth completely. I don't know. Well, here's what you got to know about Hollywood. They're not making any stuff out in Hollywood anymore. It's all being done at Tyler Perry Studios. It's basically shut down in Hollywood right now. I know an actor, and he's doing all his work out here on the East Coast. They fly him to Atlanta. Right outside Atlanta is the old Army base where Tyler Perry Studios is. It's being filmed in Atlanta on locations around like Ozark and stuff like that. All that is filmed at Tyler Perry Studios, South. Queen of the South, all that stuff is being filmed down there. There's nothing else being filmed in Hollywood. What you're seeing is what was in the can, is what they call it. Stuff that was filmed 3 years ago and didn't make the first cut, and they probably weren't going to use it. They're putting that on TV now. So that's what you're seeing, because 75 to 80% of your actors in Hollywood are at a commission now, as we know. Oh, Mel Gibson's doing a movie. Good.
Wrinkled pants gay.
You're breaking up again. The zombie apocalypse. Bring it on. I got about 1,000 rounds of 300 blackout. I can take somebody's ass out for about 350 yards. Come on with the zombies. I'll knock them down. 2 storms in Florida together. Is that called a superstorm? Yes, it is. Every lies will be revealed in Canada as well.
It's like DC's a ghost. Just like DC, Petalwood is empty, and so is DC. The White House, the Capitol, all that stuff is empty, guys.
God wins.
Petalwood is empty. God wins.
I think Tyler Perry wasn't always a good guy, but
Doug?
Yes, I can. I think Tyler Perry's a good guy now, but he wasn't always a good guy. Got to remember he's best friends with Oprah. But I think he's turned his ways, if you know what I mean. Or they just took over a studio, one or the other.
I think he repented.
Yes. So, guys, 2 more minutes, a couple more questions, and then we'll call it a night and see you guys again tomorrow night. Oh, boy, did I take Hector last night because we didn't have prayer because you weren't on the show. I was called everything. Why didn't you have it? Why didn't you have prayer? Why did you just end the show? Because Mike's our prayer guy. That's why. But 10 Days of Darkness will be revealed all over the planet as soon as everything goes down. I'm waiting on the Sound of Freedom. That's supposed to be released this fall. I don't see much about Pelosi. You don't see much about anybody in the Senate and Congress. It's the same 10 people they interview every day. There's no new people. You know what I'm saying? Is Barr arrested? They said yes. D.C. is just Washington now. Yeah.
There's rumors that he has been, yes.
prayer will win.
The Treaty of Rome. Yep, that's good. I'll check that out.
When will the V stop? Don't know. All I know is they have a mass V place in my town with a giant blinking sign. Tomorrow I will film it again. The only people there are the people giving out the pokes. Nobody wants to get euthanized. So nobody. Yeah, we already talked about the Capitol Police training exercise. We think it's a cover story for what's about to happen. Hopefully, allegedly. But Mike, let's go ahead and wrap it up, bud.
The Statue of Liberty.
Go ahead.
The Statue of Liberty came from the deep state.
It's got to go.
Just so you know, it's got to go.
All right. If we just help one person tonight, we feel like we did our job. No, this is a place you can come, share your ideas, your comments, your opinions with us, and not be ridiculed. No, this is a place where God wants us to come together as one, get what news we can, what information we can out to you guys, because he believes it's in his favor what we're doing. That's why it's growing so fast, because we give all the glory to God. Mike, would you like to close us out in a prayer and closing thoughts, sir?
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for this day. We thank you for the reckoning that you're having with humanity on earth and good versus evil. We know, God, to place our faith in you as you always win, and you keep every promise. And we thank you for that. And we thank you for the grace and love that you shower upon us as we go through this experience. And we thank you for the ability to be able to share it with the next generation and our kids and on as new stories have come out and be told throughout the generations of how God saved the earth from evil as he promised. And each day becomes new and more, and it shares the love on earth and through our hearts in a way that only you can do. And God, we also thank you for the protection that you're helping provide through the children as we save and we work hard on earth to get rid of the evil with our children. And we ask that you place a hand on each and every one of them and each and every one of them's heart and heal those that can be healed and take home those that can be taken home to your kingdom as you so desire. God, we thank you for the time that we're going to spend, even if it is difficult. We thank you for that time that we're going to spend learning more about you and growing closer to you, and in the love and grace that you're going to share continuously as this gets easier or harder. It's that we ask and we claim victory in maintaining our faith and growing our faith in you as we go through all this. It's in Jesus' mighty name we pray. Amen.
Amen. All right, guys, we'll see you tomorrow night. Have a great evening.